welcome back to my channel. So in this video I will be talking about how toxic and bad social media can be for your mental health. And don't come at me saying that, oh, YouTube is social media, because I know, but YouTube is not as bad as Instagram and TikTok in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. So if you're interested, keep watching. Context, I am someone that has been on social media majority of her life because I am Gen Z, and the first time I ever got on social media was when I was 10 years old, and I made a Facebook account, which I think about now, which is actually wild. Like, I don't know what I was doing on Facebook as a 10-year-old. After that, for a few years, I was not on social media, but in middle school, I basically got on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. And Twitter, like, I was usually on there to fangirl about One Direction and stuff. Snapchat, one of my other friends introduced me to it. And then Instagram, which I think everybody got on around 2016. And then TikTok, which has been fairly recent, which came out in 2019. So I guess that is my social media history. But in this video, I will just be talking about how social media has impacted me in a negative way and impacts almost everyone else too. So of all the social medias, I would say that Instagram is my least favorite because essentially it is a fake world. It promotes jealousy, it promotes comparison, it promotes evil eye, it promotes narcissism, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and I could just go on about the host of mental problems that Instagram basically promotes. As social creatures, we are wired to compare ourselves, and comparison doesn't help anyone, especially on Instagram, because whatever you're comparing yourself to isn't even real. And when you first see a picture on Instagram, you don't sit there and think deeply about it. You're just seeing everybody's highlight reels, and you keep believing it to be true when you have no idea what is actually going on behind the scenes. And I am convinced that 99% of everything that you see is completely fake. It's an illusion, and people need to wake up. Since it's fake, people need to work extremely hard to keep the illusion up, which in my opinion has invented the Instagram phase, in which all of these girls are getting surgery like fillers, Botox, and they all look exactly the same, which is actually so sad and messed up, because they don't think if you don't look like an Instagram model, then you're not as beautiful. And yeah, it's just so sad, you know. Eventually, since it is a fake world, people need to work extra hard to keep up the illusion, which in my opinion has invented what I call the Instagram phase. And that phase is basically what the Kardashians look like. And if you look at all the big influencers, they all look exactly the same. It's like kind of creepy and canny in a way, and it's so sad because everyone's so shallow and literally reduce their self-worth down to their appearance. Yeah, but it has literally become a popularity contest, and people are starting to place their self-worth on the number of people following them or the number of likes that they get, which is so sad, because everyone is so valuable and you have so much more value than a number on a screen. Like, what world are we living in, you know? Totally honest, I would say I'm guilty of that. Like, I really dislike posting on TikTok and Instagram. Like, I literally don't post on there anymore because I just don't want to feel like that shitty feeling after you post and then you close the app and then you go back on the app and you check how many people like your photo. Like, oh my god, it's the worst. I hate it. We are worth so much more than a number. We were literally chosen by God to be placed on this earth. Can you just think about that? Like, You were an idea in God's mind. God's mind. The being that is so big that we cannot even fathom, we cannot even picture how big he is. And we're sitting here on this stupid earth, placing our worth on a number on a screen. Like, people need to wake up, including me. Bad. It's like a privacy concern, you know, like the entire world is on there, everyone can see what you're doing. That is a lot of eyeballs following your every single move. And let's be real, there are some weird and creepy people out there, especially in America. So whenever you post, you have to be really careful. And yeah, I'm telling you and myself that too, because sometimes I be posting some dumb shit. Can we talk about how addictive it is and what a huge waste of time it is? Like I think this situation has happened to everyone, where you're like sitting there and you think, oh, I'll just check it for 5 minutes, and the next thing you know, like 3 hours goes by, or it's 3 a.m. and you randomly want to go stalk someone, and then you like, oh, it'll just take 10 minutes, and the next thing you know, it's 4 a.m. and you literally have 2 brain cells left. We can all lie to ourselves and act like these things don't affect us, but on subconscious and mental level, they definitely have a big impact on our mental health. And not only that, but Instagram definitely promotes loneliness and FOMO, and that has affected me. If you're sitting at home and you weren't invited to the party or event, or you see people that you know hanging out, obviously you might feel lonely, you know, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, why wasn't I invited, and why are they having all this fun and I'm sitting here, you know? So Instagram definitely promotes FOMO and loneliness, and those two are just the worst. You know, I've been bashing Instagram for the past 7 minutes, but let's talk about TikTok. TikTok basically came around in 2019 and it's getting banned this year, which is a good thing. But I think TikTok is not as toxic, because it's just people making like funny videos, and I feel like the whole atmosphere on TikTok is more like real than Instagram. Instagram, it kind of like gives you this pressure to be perfect and fake, and on TikTok I feel like people are more real. They're just making videos like in their pajamas, no makeup on, and just talking from their mind. And but that does not like stop the fact that TikTok is very, very addictive, because if you're like watching one, then you want to see more. Like, it's very funny too, you know, so it can be addictive in that aspect. For me, TikTok has been more like addictive, because I started posting on there, and then like if one of my videos goes viral, I want to keep on posting, but then it's just like it overstimulates my mind, and by the time I get off that app, I just don't even feel like a human being anymore. I just feel like an NPC, scroll, and like I just feel like this buzzing sound in my brain. And then I turn it off and I'm trying to process reality again. So yeah, I'm really trying to control myself and not be on there as much. For this video, this is all I have to say today, and we just have to remember that in life, too much of anything is never good for you, and even watching too many YouTube videos, just video after video, is horrible for you. Like, go outside, touch some grass, call up a friend, eat some food, and get off this app. Don't forget to comment below. I would love to hear your opinions on how you use social media. Which social media is your least favorite? Let's start like a heated convo in there. And I will try my best to reply everyone. And stay tuned, more videos are gonna be coming up.